following is a presentation of Main Street Media, your source for news, sports, and information on Main Street in Middle Tennessee.
Yeah, everybody, welcome in to a beautiful Wednesday, April 27th, 2022. You're watching Mornings on Main Street. Another fun show for you today. Live look at the T-Dot Smartway camera on Ellington Parkway. Traffic looking good. But what about the weather? Glad you asked. Got it up there in just time. There you go. There's the weather. Our pick city today is none other than Dixon, Tennessee. Hello, our good friends in Dixon County today. The weather brought to you by 54, a Nashville area nonprofit serving older adults. It's a proud partner with the All of Us research program for the National Institutes of Health. Learn how you can help change the future of health by visiting the website. Join All of Us /54. And in Clarkson, Dixon today. Right now, it's chilly out there this morning, but it's beautiful. The sun is out. I mean, the mid-70s today. Tonight, clear skies, low about 45. Tomorrow, sunshine again, mid-70s. But let's worry about today. It's going to be beautiful. Get outside and have yourself a good day. And take your lunch outside. All right, welcome in to another fantastic show of Mornings on Main Street. We got a lot to get to today. We got guests. We got our cooking segment. A lot of fun coming your way. We're talking about a big event happening this weekend, benefiting Pancreatic Cancer Foundation. We'll talk to a guy who's going to head that up with the Purple Stride Walk coming your way on Saturday. Jason Michaels at 7:30. There's a big event happening in Oak Grove, Kentucky called Bourbon and Boxing, professional boxing match. We'll talk to Derek Bonnet at 7:40. And, of course, we'll wrap it up with celebrity birthdays. Let's bring in the intern this morning, who is always looking good. Hey, buddy, how are you, man?
Hey, I'm good, man. How are you?
Where are you? Were you dark today, man?
I am dark. Yes, I know.
Your chair's falling down?
Yeah, I don't have a light.
Your pets' heads are falling off?
I don't know what's going on. No, but I don't have a light today.
You what? You don't have a light today?
No light.
Okay.
Maybe
it's better. It's more mysterious when you're in the dark that way.
Is it?
Yeah.
Like I could have a cloak?
Maybe. Something like that.
A little side-eye?
Something. I don't know.
No one probably heard that, but I said side-eye.
We could get you a light. I'm going to get you a ring light. Is it okay?
Absolutely. I'm not used to looking at an actual camera.
Gladys, we need a ring light.
Gladys, I can't believe we don't have one yet.
I think she's out smoking again. Okay. All right.
But they ran out of Virginia Slims.
Let's start the show off this morning with those that went to sleep last night wondering about your Nashville Predators.
Oh, what a heartbreak.
Let me show you this real quick I got for you. Boom. Preds clinched last night, even though they lost to Calgary. Calgary scored with 1 second. Less than 1 second regulation to tie it up, then won in overtime. But Dallas ends up beating Vegas. So the Nashville Predators have clinched a playoff spot. They have 3 more games to play. They're the wild card spot, but that's all right. You can't win unless you get in. So the Preds got in last night.
Yes.
So well done.
Woo! I heard about the heartbreaking loss to Calgary. They literally had to go to the booth to replay. It was 0.02 seconds.
Something like that. Yeah.
Off. Crazy.
I know it is crazy.
So crazy.
But they're in. So there you go. We give you up-to-date information right here on Mornings on Main Street. That's just what we do.
It's in our blood.
And now let's get to the kind of the headlines of the day. Front page. There we go. And front page of the Main Street Nashville e-edition right to your inbox every weekday, Monday through Friday. Boom, good stories for you right there. So we got the Preds clinched there, and then Let's get JoJo's gander and get me upset this morning. Questions remain about financing a new stadium. Hey, here's a question. Hey, NFL, why don't you pay for the stadium? Boom,
Yeah.
done.
Yeah, and is that okay?
Is that what?
25 there? That the jersey 25 behind Bayard on the
Yeah, is that
George Jackson?
That's an old jersey. Yeah. By who's the 5?
I didn't even
They
know
got a punter up there. Give me a break.
No, that's Logan Woodside, the backup QB.
No, they would never put him up there.
You wouldn't think.
Or is that the punter? Brett Kern, 6.
Well, I don't know. You
Get
might
the
have
punter off of there. Everybody will see a punter. But this picture is a long time ago. Is it not?
Yeah, absolutely. It feels like it.
Not a long time ago. Look at us.
Have they ever retired or has a punter ever made it to the Hall of Fame?
Only one. Ray Guy.
Ray Guy.
The Oakland Raiders played at Southern Miss. He's the only punter. That's the only one that's there. So anyway, get me upset again this morning. NFL should pay for the stadium. And like Forrest Gump says, and that's all I've got to say about that. That's it.
That was a great impression.
Thank you. Vandals suspected new Mount Juliet fire station. Why? Well, why? The drainage and pumping system at the under construction fire station in Mount Juliet damaged last week, possibly by vandals. Possibly you. Why? Come on.
I mean, like,
what are you doing graffiti painted on the building?
I could imagine a friend coming up to me and being like, "Hey, man, me and the guys are getting together tonight. We're gonna go mess up a firehouse."
Just terrible. It's so lazy. So lazy for all that stuff. This is crazy again. We had our meeting the other day, and you said, "Hey, man, Curry lately," and I said, "I have not." And look, today in the paper, Brian Curry promoted from Big Brothers Big Sisters in Middle Tennessee to Chief Impact Officer. I want that job.
Absolutely, that's a great one.
To oversee the strategic direction for programming the Middle Tennessee agency.
Impact Officer.
They could not have hired a better guy. Brian Curry, good guy. Chief Impact Officer.
Absolutely. He's not as good at shooting threes as Steph Curry.
No, he's not. But he's good. But he gets the job done.
He makes an impact.
He gets the job done. All right, we're going to do our cooking for dummies segment here in just a minute, but we got to check out our stocks.
Yes.
Buenos Aires Marvel, look at this, down nearly 2%.
Yeah.
That's going to cost us. I'm going to do my adding of this.
No Popeyes for lunch.
2 over. We lost 18 cents.
Did you carry the one too?
I did carry the one. Yep.
Dang it.
So we lost that. All right, that's great. Thanks for nothing there.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, great. Appreciate you guys. All right, so we got a packed show today. We have to get to our a lot of the segments and everything. So our cooking for dummies segment, okay?
Yes.
So this week, Chef Chris and I, Black Diamond, she made this thing called Salmon Wellington, who I thought was a guy I lost in a poker match years ago.
It's like a lot of money.
It's a good little food there. Intern, was the salmon good?
Yes, it was amazing. And the Wellington thing.
You call it salmon or salmon?
I call it salmon because that's how they would want to be called,
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah, and then when you do it, you're like, salmon.
Salmon.
Yes. All right, so here's this week's Cooking for Dummies.
Okay, welcome back, everybody, for another outstanding cooking segment of Black Diamond Culinary with our good friend, Chef Chris, who's recently returned from being in Europe. How was it?
Oh my gosh, France is amazing. Switzerland was amazing. The food and the wine.
We'll get into that later on.
What can we
We're just
say?
glad you're back safe and sound.
Ready to go
Fingers
for
crossed.
this.
All right, there. All right, Chef Chris, what are we making today? Because I got to tell you, I'm not sure what's going on here.
So what do we have here today? So we have our beautiful puff pastry. We have gorgeous, fresh Atlantic salmon. And we're going to make salmon Wellington today.
Okay. Is this salmon out of the Cumberland?
No, it's not out of the Cumberland. It's out of the Atlantic Ocean.
Okay, good. Thank God.
Makes a big difference. It makes a huge difference.
It does. All right, so we did puff pastries earlier when we did
the apple dessert.
Apple dessert, yes.
Yes.
We've done so much here, I lose track of things.
So we're going to start out with our puff pastry again. We're going to take our salmon and we're going to put it just right on top of our first little square of puff pastry.
You go first.
So what we're going to do is we're just going to get a piece and we're going to use our fingers with this. Just put one piece like this.
How big of a salmon is that?
That's probably just a nice cut from the butcher.
Okay, just right in the middle?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And we're going to do 2 since it's a party of 2 that you're doing dinner for to impress your friends.
I don't have any friends, but thanks. On top of the same one there, okay.
On top of the same one.
Perfect.
I'm going to show you how easy salmon Wellington is. So instead of making your own salmon topping for it, we're going to get our little spoon right here on the side, and we're just going to take a little bit of the spinach dip that you can pre-purchase, and we're going to put it right on top of our salmon, just like this.
Okay. And go right on top there.
Right on top. And then we'll do one on the other one.
Okay. Salmon Wellington. I think I lost
Salmon
money to him
Wellington.
in a poker game one time, if I remember correctly. Okay.
You can just leave your spoon right inside
I
there.
will do that.
Now we're going to crack an egg
Oh, God.
into the bowl,
Okay.
and we're going to put our little shell right in our little bowl, right over here,
Okay. So I'm done. What'd you do with the
right over here in this bowl.
Okay.
And then we're going to take our fork that you have sitting right there, and we're just going to whip our little egg. We're going to make an egg wash for our puff pastry.
You naughty egg.
Naughty egg. We're just going to whip
it,
your
you
little
naughty egg.
yolk and egg whites together like
Naughty.
this.
So naughty.
And we can just set our forks off to the side. And then what we have right
Wait,
here,
how do you know you're done? Yours looks fine.
just keep whipping until you've got it all incorporated. Whip, 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 whip.
That's what she said.
Whip, whip,
Get
whip.
that off. Okay, we good?
That's good.
Why is yours bubbling and mine's not?
Well, because I whipped the heck out of it. There you go.
We good there?
We're good. You can put your fork, well, you get it right there.
Okay.
That's fine.
All right.
And we're going to egg wash just around the edge of your puff pastry because we're going to
So
make
now
the
we're doing
second
art
piece.
class.
We're doing art class. We're going to paint our puff pastry just so we have the edges a
Wait,
little.
I saw this in the Ten Commandments. They put this on the door.
You're just going to egg wash your puff
Nobody got
pastry
that
just
joke?
on the inside. Ha 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 ha.
Okay, both sides?
Both sides, both of them.
I'm getting there, Chef Chris.
You're getting
I
there.
don't need the dirty eye.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Just set that aside for a moment.
Okay.
Put your little pastry brush down. We're going to take our second puff pastry and we're going to lay it right on top of our salmon. And we're going to just stretch it out a little bit and we're just going to stick it together with the egg wash. Just like this.
Okay. Should it be lumpy like that?
Nope, we need to get it all closed up so
Okay.
it will steam and cook in the inside. There
This
we
is
go.
why I didn't get the job at Chipotle, because I was not able
And you're going to do the
close it up.
same with your second one?
Demanding today. Same thing.
Same thing.
So what's the egg? Is that the
The egg is
glue?
going to like the glue that holds it together, and plus we're going to egg wash the top of it.
Egg wash. I never heard
We're
of
going to
egg
it's going
wash.
to egg wash it. We're going to give it like a little bath and we're going to take our fork and we're going to crimp our puff pastry all the way around so all the filling and the salmon stay.
Look, hold on. Yours looks good. Mine looks like a boil on my neck. Is that okay?
And that looks really good. So what you're going to do is you're going to, and we can scoot this down a little bit for you
Okay.
so you can get in there. And you're going to start crimping with your fork.
Crimping.
Crimping. We're going to crimp the puff pastry together just
Okay.
like this. Plus it makes a pretty pattern. So here's your fork back over here.
Thank you. All sides?
All the way around. And it's going to hold in our filling and our salmon, and it's going to steam it in the
You call
inside.
this big pippin? What is it, crimping?
Crimping. It's going to be like a hot pocket, an elegant hot pocket if you
Oh,
want.
now you got me. I made plenty of those in high school and college. Well done. Oh, my crimping looks good.
Plus it makes a beautiful pattern on top of the puff pastry.
It does. I learn something new each week here. And the fact you keep asking us back is something.
You're going to have an elegant dinner that doesn't take very long at all to make.
Okay, I'm hurrying. I'm crimping. I didn't know. Kathy, you know what crimping is? Yes. Of course you do. She knows it all. Okay.
Okay, we're going to move our salmon over to our sprayed aluminum foil that we're going to put in a 450 oven. So
Is there a certain way to lay it in?
just lay it like that, and we'll lay the other one right next to it.
Okay. It's like a crypt. I think that'll make the final cut.
So we'll bake 3 of them up right now. We'll just put 3 on a tray. Go ahead.
Okay.
And we're going to take our egg wash and we're going to finish egg washing the rest of our puff pastry. And this is going to make our puff pastry pretty and shiny and glossy while it bakes in the oven.
Does it have any value that we're doing this besides?
Plus it
making
has some
shiny?
protein in there too.
Okay.
So you're going to get a little protein with this.
Okay. This is really neat. This is.
So
I
it's
feel
just
like I'm creating
it's
something.
kind of like therapy. It's like doing artwork with your food.
It is.
One more time, you're eating with your eyes first, so you can make
I
it all
took
pretty.
an art appreciation class in college, And it was one of the best classes I ever, and I got an A in it, believe it or not.
All right.
Yeah. Of course, I cheated the whole way through, but I still got an A.
Okay.
That is a true story.
Okay, we're
Do you
going
know
to.
3% of the world's against oxygen?
Oh, my goodness.
It is,
That's
okay.
hard to believe.
All right, let's do
So
this.
we have our beautiful puff pastry already egg washed. We're going to put it in a 425-degree oven for about 20 minutes. When it comes out, it's going to be beautiful.
And is this all we have to do?
This is all we have to do.
Okay. Ooh, it smells good. There you go. And the reminder to kids at home, be careful when you get this out. It's really hot.
You can
so
just set it
use
right
really
behind
cute
you.
gloves like that. Okay. Nice. Let's have one of the great people that's watching here today come over. Can we have all the people come over and taste it out?
Yeah, everybody can come by and taste.
Okay, come on. Whoever's here. Catherine, Jill, come on over. Yeah. So that's it. We're done.
That's it, we're done. So our salmon is cooked on the inside. We have our beautiful spinach topping on it. And the
If you don't know about the Big Payback, it's when all the nonprofits, the Community Foundation put it together. It's the biggest giving day. And a lot of these little nonprofits really don't have a big way to get the message out. Next week in May, we're going to have a 24-hour giving period. If you've got a little nonprofit and you want to make sure, you can go to the Community Foundation to find out if they're going to participate. It's the most fun way to give. If you want the details, we're going to give you one more chance to hear the details for the Big Payback.
We've all heard the saying that a little can go a long way. This is especially true during the Big Payback's 24-hour online giving event, helping support hundreds of local nonprofit organizations from 6 p.m. on May 4th through 6 p.m. May 5th. A gift of as little as $10 could be boosted by cash prizes and help to make a big difference in the life-changing work of local nonprofits. Learn more at thebigpayback.org.
Man, got steel drums going. All right, welcome back to Mornings on Main Street on this beautiful April 27th, 2022. Sunshine is out, but what about the rest of the day? You know, I'm so glad you asked me. Is Dixon, Tennessee, and our weather brought to you by our friends at 50 Forward, a Nashville area nonprofit serving older adults. They're a proud partner with the All of Us research program from the National Institutes of Health. Learn how you can help change the future of health by visiting the website, joinallofus.org/50forward. And right now it's beautiful outside, a little chilly, but later on, beautiful sunshine, skies high in the low 70s. Get outside today, take a walk, eat your lunch outside, or we'll eat your lunch for you, whatever you want to do. And then tonight, clearing, and tomorrow, nice as well. So it'll be a lot of fun. Let's hope the weather stays nice for this Saturday, because there's a big event happening over at Two Rivers Park that I am honored to be part of, a small part of that. It's called the Purple Stride. It's a walk to end pancreatic cancer. And we have a member of the, let's bring in Cody Filbert, if I can read my own writing here. Purple Stride Pan Can Walk. Cody, how are you, buddy?
I'm good. Thank you for having me. How are you?
I'm good. Your exact title for the Purple Stride Walk on Saturday is?
I am the Purple Stride Tennessee chair of the chapter this year. So for the event.
Fantastic. And Cody, not to alarm you, but there's somebody over your right shoulder.
Yes. So that's Mindy Kaling. She is actually PanCan's brand ambassador at the national level. She is actually, you may have seen her in the show The Office. So she lost her mom, and she has been a huge advocate for PanCan. So
tell us about what's going to happen Saturday. I know because I'm honored to be asked to be part of it on Saturday, but overall, what's going to go on Saturday morning?
Yeah, starting at 6 a.m. on Saturday morning at Two Rivers Park, open registration for anybody that wants to just register there on site will begin. So the event village will open with our opening ceremony beginning at 7 a.m. where we'll recognize those who have been top fundraising teams, top fundraisers, our sponsorships, things like that. But most importantly, those that have survived pancreatic cancer. Because right now, PanCan has less than a 5% 5-year survival rate. So we are very important to honor those survivors, and we look forward to honoring them.
Cody, what is your affiliation with this?
I actually have lost my stepdad in 2010 to pancreatic cancer, as well as had some other friends and family members that have lost loved ones as well. Back home, I'm originally from Kansas, so I have been very passionate ever since losing my stepdad in 2010 at the age of 33.
Oh my goodness, man. I'm so sorry about that. And I've heard others. I mean, it is a terrible disease. Oftentimes in researching this, you don't know you have it until it's too late. And so I love the awareness part of this. So how long have you been involved in doing this? Is this your first year?
So yeah, this is my first year serving as the chair. I've ran the race back in 2019, right before COVID. And of course, then everything hit the world, with COVID. So unfortunately, we went virtual and raised funds that way. But we're very excited because this is the one day where the PanCan will be hosting 60 Purple Strides on the one day with the one big goal of raising awareness for pancreatic cancer. So,
oh my goodness, oh man, that is I'm glad we can come together for that. I have noticed, and Cody and those that I've talked to that have lost loved ones from pancreatic cancer, the passion to stop this disease is next level, and I can see that and hear it in your voice and with all the people that are going to show up on Saturday. I mean, it's just you come together, and I hate that we come together this way, but it's also good because you lean on each other, don't you?
Yes, absolutely. We look forward to it. We right now are sitting at about 350 registered participants ahead of time from all across the state, even individuals from lower Kentucky and right at the border of Georgia and things. So we're looking forward to it. It's been a lot of fun planning this. We have guest speakers. We just had confirmed with Dr. Berlin, who serves as the National PanCan Scientific Advisory Board here at Vanderbilt Ingram Cancer Center. So he will be one of our guest speakers that we just confirmed. Live performances by Sasha McVeigh and Alyssa Bonagara. So.
Well, that's good. You got that's a nice event planned. All right. So if somebody's watching and says, you know what, I lost a loved one to pancreatic cancer, I want to get involved. Can they just come out Saturday morning, Cody?
Absolutely. We'll have on-site registration. We just do that just so that way we have everybody's information to kind of keep in contact with them throughout the years and see what more we can provide for them.
Cody, how old were you when your stepdad passed?
Oh, gosh, I was 13. I'm 25 now.
So you saw, I mean, and you had to see him go through all that stuff. What was it like on, when you're in watching your stepfather pass away and knowing that, there's not a lot you could do about this at the time?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, at that time, there wasn't a whole lot of research. Now we're seeing a huge increase in survivor rates. So at that time, it was very disheartening because you don't know what's really going on. You kind of understand a little bit, but when you hear the words you have cancer, but let alone you have pancreatic cancer, it kind of just gives you that build-up wall immediately. We drove up many of times up to Mayo Clinic in Rochester, Minnesota, where the hospital was really great, did everything that they possibly could. But kind of looking back on it now, thinking in my head, like, hey, he was a part of something. He was a part of the research then to get us where we're at now. So I have to have that more positive outlook. Unfortunately, we've lost so many people due to this disease, but
right.
Without losing those individuals at the same time and having them go to the hospital and be able to meet with their doctors, it's helped also advance the medical research.
What do you hope is accomplished on Saturday with what you guys are doing?
I think primarily, yeah, we would like to hit our fundraising goal, but I would think it's more of the awareness factor. We're getting ready to do a huge, big campaign push for the next fiscal year budget at the national level to help try to ask for more funding to provide, more research and things like that for the hospitals and such. But I would say, one, it's the awareness factor. I want to see as many people come out together, support one another, be there for each other, hear the stories that everybody has gone through. But most importantly, let's raise the awareness for pancreatic cancer.
For those who are watching, want to get involved. This morning, I just simply Googled PanCan Purple Stride Tennessee, and it popped up, and all the information's right there. You guys make it really easy to be part of this, which is good, Cody.
Yep, absolutely.
And there it is with Mindy Kaling. Now, with this happening event, so what time do you need people to be there Saturday morning? I know it said the village opens at 6, but they get there as long as they're there by 7.
Yeah, as long as they're by 7, that's when the opening ceremony starts. They'll be parking off to the side, things like that, kind of pointing people where to park. We also have the walk actually begins at 7:30. So, as soon as we get through the opening ceremony portion and recognizing those individuals and sponsors, we'll begin the walk. It's about a 1 mile walk, 1 mile, 1.5 mile walk. And then we would come back and have our closing ceremony. So.
Fantastic. All right, Cody, again, I am sorry for your loss, but I love your passion for what you got going on now to help other people in this cause, man, because it truly is. It's scary. I mean, and I'm sure it was scary when your stepfather went through it and you found out, and your family, wasn't it?
Yep, absolutely. So they're looking about having about almost 63,000 individuals diagnosed just this year in 2022. And about 50,000 of them will unfortunately pass away. So.
Yeah, terrible. Well, hopefully we can raise awareness, raise a lot of money on Saturday. Cody, I will see you Saturday. Thank you for your time. I appreciate you doing this, my man, and best of luck to you, and we'll have fun Saturday.
Yes, we look forward to seeing you then.
All right, thank you. Cody Filbert, he's with the Purple Stride PanCan Walk taking place this Saturday at Two Rivers Park. Again, just Google that information. That's what I did, and then you'll find Tennessee, Purple Stride Tennessee 2022, and all information pops up right there. Come on, join us on Saturday morning if you can. If you lost a loved one to this or you know someone's battling this, come out and see us on Saturday morning to raise awareness and, again, raise funds for this because it's just an awful, awful disease. All right, we'll take a break. You got more, much more. Mornings of Main Street, including our good friend Jason Michaels, is next. You're watching Mornings of Main Street. By the way, I have the worst posture in America. Nobody even comes close. So let's just get that out of the way.
Both walked away.
Get that.
Oh my gosh.
Literally right before I left, my boyfriend told me, please don't let anything happen to the car. They got hit by a train.
Her mom
Well, you did all right.
Micah, how are you, buddy?
Oh, I'm great, brother. We're almost there. How you doing, Joe?
I'm doing
Welcome to
quite
the show,
well.
man.
Thank you, my friend.
Because if you wait till early afternoon, I would suspect that at least those top 5 guest stars will all be sold out.
I don't know how you can sit on camera, but I've already been to the gym. These arms are pretty pumped right now.
Can't tell, but good though. Trevecca, ranked one of the top schools in the U.S. for online Doctor of Education programs by the Princeton Review. We need to get the Princeton Review to give us a thumbs up on this show.
Buddy Allen, it's a tradition. Come on into our store. Buddy Allen, it's a heritage for 40 years and more. What makes a house kind of special? Close friends walking in the door. Flowers blooming in the springtime and little children playing on a Buddy Allen floor.
Randy killing on the top. Class. Let's get off the table. All right, everybody, welcome back in the mornings on Main Street. Live look at the T-Dot Smartway camera off by Metro Center over there off of Rosa Parks. Nice. You guys look good. The commute looks good. No traffic right now. Fantastic. The weather, well, thanks for asking. Our friends at 54, the Nashville area nonprofit serving older adults, and do a fantastic job. They're also a proud partner with the All of Us research program for the National Institutes of Health. Learn how you can help change the future of health by visiting the website. Join allofus.org/54. And our pick city of the day, Dixon, Tennessee. And right now it's mid-40s, a little chilly outside, but it's going to be sunny and beautiful later on. Highs in the mid-70s tonight, clearing. A little chilly again tomorrow, nice, but today's going to be beautiful. We call days like this that are so beautiful, we call this day Jason Michaels. That's the kind of day we call this. And speaking of Jason Michaels, our good friend, the illusionist, the magician, the guy that blows our mind every week, joins us every Wednesday. Jason, how are you, buddy?
I'm good. Hey, after looking at a day like this, I'm thinking you and I need to go out and hit some golf balls.
We do. You know what? Hitting golf balls at the range is expensive. It's like $15.
Golf is expensive.
Yeah. So what I do, though, to get back at him, though, Jason, is I steal the range balls and put them in my bag.
Yeah.
I teach them a lesson.
You would not be the first.
I teach them a lesson. All right, we got to bring in the intern who this is his favorite time of the week to do this. The intern, actually, Jason, is an excellent golfer.
Wow. Well, I definitely don't qualify as
Joe, but
he's pretty good.
No, thank
you.
We'll
have to. We should do that sometime.
Appreciate
That would be fun.
But I could use
you guys bring
magic
golf.
course.
Okay. Yeah, we're not going to golf with you, Jason, because we don't trust where you put the golf ball and it might make it disappear.
Yeah,
a little sleight of hand, just like, oops, the ball just happens to be in the perfect lie. It's not.
Like, I can't find the ball. It's in the hole. Jason
Yeah.
shot a 31 through 18 holes today.
Exactly.
All right, brother, what you got for us, man?
Well, it's always funny because when I meet people who see magic or watch me perform magic, they sometimes like to tell me what they think I'm doing, and they say things to me like, you have very fast hands. Have you ever thought about that? Like when people say, like, I know ultimately what they're trying to say is they think that I'm like maybe switching something when they're not looking or doing some underhanded slide, but they always say the words, "You have very fast hands," and I'm like, what does that mean exactly? Like, that's a little weird. It's a kind of a strange comment, but here's what's cool. I have something from my collection. You've probably never seen one of these because they don't put them out to the public. This is a playing card box, like when it's cut, but before they actually print it.
Wow.
So, I mean, you've probably never seen one of these before.
Nope.
But we can use it because seriously, like if I go like this, then the box actually becomes printed. It actually becomes printed like so, and we've got the actual box. So what's interesting about that is if I take the box and I start assembling the box like so, just a moment ago, check this out. Just a moment ago, it was a box. Now there's an entire deck.
Oh, come on.
No, there's not. No, there is not.
The box.
We just saw it.
So, and since we have a deck of cards, perhaps we should do a little card magic. Okay, fair enough.
Might as well.
So here's what we'll do. I tell you what, I'll let you guys choose between the two of you,
Thanks.
Joe or intern. I'm going to show you the tabletop.
Okay.
Lots of possibilities. Can you see lots of number cards, lots of picture cards here?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Of the cards you see, now remember that, of the cards you see, in order to make this easy for everybody to follow, pick a number card because it shows up on the screen the best.
Okay.
And pick either a club or a spade that you can see because that also shows up on the page on the screen best. Of the cards you see, which one you want to use?
All right, let's go. Give me the 8 of clubs.
8 of clubs. Here we go. All right. So I'm going to all right. So also, since we've got the 8 of clubs here, because people say sometimes they think I have like a duplicate card, like an extra one, give me a word I can write on here. I can write your name. I can write a word. Give me anything I can write on here so we know there's only one of these in the entire world.
How about love?
Love. All right. I write love on the 8 of clubs. So here's the deal. 8 of clubs with the word love on it. I'm going to set it right here on the pack, and then I'm going to give the cards a couple of cuts. I will give the cards a few fancy cuts like so, and I will give the cards one of these cardistry moves. I don't know if you've ever seen one of these cool kids that do the cardistry stuff. Here's what we're going to do. Here's what's interesting. By giving the cards a whole bunch of cuts, all that type of stuff, I have somehow lost your 8 in the pack, and I'm going to come to you. Now, here's where we're at. This card right here, what is this? The 6 of hearts. This is the top card. Bottom card is the 8 of spades, but it is not your 8 of clubs because your 8 of clubs has the word love written on it. True?
Right.
All right, so we'll take the 6. Here's what I'm going to do. I have a baseball card holder here. It's one of those fancy baseball card holders. I'm going to take the 6. I'm going to isolate it because I don't want you to think it has anything to do with me. Like I said, people say I switch the card. All right. So the 6, can you see it? Yeah, there you go. So it's isolated inside the baseball card holder. Now, watch. This is very cool in my opinion.
Don't do this to us.
Here we go. Just like this. I just wiggle. It's very slow.
No, what? What?
And now, hold on. Can you see that it has changed?
There's no not banks or anything.
There's the 8.
Bro, what is this level?
There's nothing.
Come on, man.
There's not another card. There's not a duplicate. There's nothing stuck to it. Just your 8 with your love written on the card. A mystery here for you Wednesday morning.
Okay. All right. So let's back up here a second. Okay. All right. Again, we're watching this closer than they did the Zapruder film. We are watching every frame of this. I'm not sure I understood what we just saw. I don't know. I've got no words for this because you wrote the love and I saw the sleeve and there's nothing in there. And then there's the 8 of clubs magically appears.
Was the card in on it? That's what it was.
The card, yes, the card was in on it. I have the 52 cards. They're on my team, and they work with me.
Not on ours.
they pay. I pay these guys, so they have to show up to work.
So I'm watching your hands. I'm thinking because we're talking fast hands. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be a fast hand trick, and your hands were just normal as usual.
Some of the best magic.
I kind of wish you did it faster. So.
Some of the best magic is really visual in nature, and so because that's kind of what people expect, they want to see stuff like magically appear or disappear or whatever. So I thought to myself, let's do something really super visual today.
That's amazing.
You did well there.
Did you?
Oh, okay, good. Yeah.
Were you allowed to do? I know you just had your thing with David Copperfield 2 weeks ago. Did y'all do any magic for him?
No, he did magic for us. We didn't do magic for him. He literally performed. I mean, that's I think what blew my mind the most was that he was standing literally within a few feet of me, and that's how you can tell somebody loves magic. This is a guy who, the day that I was there with him, he had performed multiple shows in his theater, and then he's got me and a small group of people, and he's still doing magic for it. He's still like, here, let me show you guys this, and we're just kind of like, this is crazy. He's doing magic right in front of us, and so but no, I didn't get to do any magic for him. It would have been fun though.
I mean, what you just did for us on I'm half my brain's still in that last from 5 minutes ago to figure out when you do you have a show this weekend?
I do. I actually, this weekend I have a show, and then I have several weeks where I have I'm doing some speaking engagements, I'm doing some private events. So there's a short period of time where I don't have shows. So not like if anybody has ever thought about coming to see my show and it's like, oh, I'd like to do that sometime soon. This is the weekend. We do have tickets available, although the tickets are selling pretty well right now. And so it's gonna be a great show. And I'm not going to do that specific trick, but you can expect to see really visual magic in the show. I do some stuff that people have actually mentioned when they review the show. They've mentioned very specific tricks, and it's because they're just they just make your eyes pop out of your head.
as we say every week on here, for those that are watching, go read the reviews, the Google reviews, because I tell you, the word of mouth is the best selling technique of anything else, and your word of mouth and the reviews are next level. I mean, that's got to be, again, I ask every week, what a great feeling to see these people that you do not know who come to your show and leave this amazing review. I mean, you cannot ask for anything better than that.
There's no question that it's the best feeling in the world to know that. And what's funny is that every now and then I'll ask people why did you come to see the show? Every now and then somebody will say, well, my girlfriend brought me to the show. And I'm like, wait, you didn't even want to come to the show? but they love it because just because it's so different than what we experience every single day. Every single day, lots of great entertainment in this town filled with brilliant entertainers who are wonderful, but we don't get to see like this really high level magic. It's just not, you just don't meet magicians like that very often. So that's the opportunity to come and see a show like that, where you're seeing the type of magic that, you really can't see in a lot of places.
You're right. And every week that you come on, I'm thinking, we got it. We're going to get him this week.
We got it.
Every single time. We got him this week. We'll figure this one out. And now.
Yeah. If I knew that trick, there isn't a person that I wouldn't meet and not show that trick to. I would always have that in my pocket. Like, wait, look at this.
Jason Michaels, you are the king. All right. The website, Mystery and Illusions, get all information right there. Best of luck Saturday night, man. And we'll see you next week. Thank you again.
Absolutely. Thank you guys. Take care.
I mean, it's just every Wednesday with this dude. I mean, they get better, and just when you think like, well, he can't top this, and then every week it gets better and better and better and better. It's amazing,
right?
He's
and
great.
He puts the emphasis on something, and then he like removes it, and then he puts it on another thing, and you're like, I don't even.
And you see it happen.
Right.
Oh man! All right, coming up next, a big event happening up in Oak Grove, Kentucky, Saturday night, called Bourbon and Boxing. I know I've talked to you guys about me going to my first ever professional boxing event 2 weeks ago. Same people are putting this event on up in Kentucky. It is fantastic. And we'll talk to one of the organizers. That's next. You're watching Mornings on Main Street.
The problem, Joe, is multifold. Number one, the growth in the population is not just in the Middle Tennessee. I mean, the growth in population in Tennessee has been, East Tennessee's growing too. And certainly Knoxville is growing. Chattanooga's done some growth. So the in and around those areas. So let's just use just pure numbers. Okay. My age, when I graduated, there were 160 people that graduated from UT College of Dentistry. I'm going to take my Harry out of the loop. So 160 kids. And of that 160 kids, 150-ish were from Tennessee. Now there's one class per year of 100 kids, and only 80 of them are from Tennessee. So I'm retirement age. So you had 10 years of people at 160, and now you're down to 100. And that population, if you imagine the population growth in Tennessee in the last 10 years. So you not only have had a population growth, you've had a massive increase in the number of people that have retired. And so where's that balance? Well, the only way you can affect that balance is you got to generate more students. You got to put more people, more kids in place.
We've all heard the saying that a little can go a long way. This is especially true during the Big Payback's 24-hour online giving event, helping support hundreds of local nonprofit organizations. From 6 p.m. on May 4th through 6 p.m. May 5th, a gift of as little as $10 could be boosted by cash prizes and help to make a big difference in the life-changing work of local nonprofits. Learn more at thebigpayback.org.
All right, welcome back to Mornings on Main Street. Live look again at the T-Dot Smartway camera, Ellington Parkway, north of Cleveland Street. You guys looking good today, heading into town. Nice. I love it. No accidents, people getting to work on time. Beautiful. And you can see right by that camera view, the sun shines out. But for later on... It's going to be beautiful today. 50 Ford is a proud sponsor of the weather. It's a Nashville area nonprofit serving older adults. They're a proud partner with the All of Us research program for the National Institutes of Health. Learn how you can help change the future of health by visiting the website at joinallofus.org/50 Ford. Our pick city of the day, Dixon, Tennessee. Right now, it's a little chilly, mid-40s, but it's going to be mid-70s later on today, low 70s, I think, and sunshine. So get outside and make yourself you go outside, go walking at lunch, eat outside, do something today outside. It's going to be absolutely beautiful, which leads into something happening on Saturday night up in Oak Grove, Kentucky, bourbon and boxing. Let's bring in Derek Bonnet with TriStar Boxing. Derek, how are you, man?
Good morning, Joe. I'm doing very well. How are you today?
Thanks for doing this, my friend. I appreciate it. Now, let's talk about this. I went to y'all's event 2 weeks ago in Murfreesboro. I've never been to a professional boxing match. And Derek, I was absolutely blown away in the professionalism, in the athletes, and how everything came together. I had no idea what to expect. My son and I were just blown away. Great job of your team that night.
Well, I appreciate that. Matt Young, our CEO, he does an outstanding job getting his promotions together. He knows who he can rely on in his team. He has people for just about every lane you can imagine. A lot goes into those promotions. And I know, typically he's probably would be relaxing after the last promotion, but he's getting busier and busier, and he has a promotion just this weekend. So there probably wasn't much downtime for him, but he certainly appreciates your support.
Tell us about bourbon and boxing up at Oak Grove Casino this Saturday night. This is going to be fun, Derek. This sounds really fun.
Yeah, the bourbon and boxing fight series has been really excellent for us. It's funny because, boxing card to boxing card, there may be some kind of thematic elements, and this is one that we're doing with Oak Grove. Obviously, bourbon and Kentucky go hand in hand, but also the leather of boxing as well. And so far, this series has been just a real thrill because the bouts that we've put on have ended up being real scorchers. Fights ultra competitive, even the ones that on paper maybe look to have a clear favorite ended up being genuine wars, cuts, knockdowns, back and forth action. And it's gotten to the point now where when matching the bourbon and boxing series, you almost say we have to continue to deliver to the ticket buyers because they've been getting great fight after great fight. But I don't think that they're going to be disappointed because we have a really nice lineup coming this weekend.
I will tell you this. I think about 40% of the crowd that Saturday night, which was 2 weeks ago in Murfreesboro, and it was packed, females. Do not discard females and their love for boxing.
No, that's true. I've noticed that. It's actually funny. This week was 29 years ago. 29 years ago this week was my first boxing match I attended as a teenager. And from that point up until the most recent, there's always been a strong representation of females coming out to see the fights. And sometimes you may say, oh, it's just guys bringing their girlfriends. But no, there's the female fan base is very strong. They're genuine fight fans. And also, just to segue to something related, the women's boxing game is actually phenomenal right now as well. So it's nice to have that population where you have both genders coming out in full force to see boxing. It's such a great thing. And I promised you last time we spoke, I said, come out to that fight and you're going to see a different sporting event experience than you've ever had. That's the best way to convert a boxing fan, I found. You could show them a great fight on video, but when you get them into that venue and they see it for themselves, there's no turning back.
Well, not only that, Derek, but I mean, the ring announcer and then the introduction, them coming from the locker room. And you see, we've all watched Rocky, and you see when they come out of the locker room to the boxing ring. I mean, all that and the sound, the crowd going crazy. It was packed. I mean, it truly was a special time because I've never been to that. I kind of knew what to expect, but just from watching on TV, but it was so well done. I mean, in everything, in the boxing, the fighters, and just to see it in person, it was something else. And I got to think I was not the only one blown away with that kind of reaction for the fight that Saturday night.
Well, that means a lot to us. I mean, professionalism is what we want. The ring announcer you mentioned, Walter Way, he's outstanding. He just, his energy on that mic, some of the crowd would probably come just to see him sing happy birthday. Yeah. He does such a great job. But I said, Matt Young really wants to put on a professional card. He doesn't want people to come out to something and be disappointed by poor organization. Whatever the event, organization is key to that smooth and that successful experience. And, and TriStar Boxing wants to be, professional with every element of that promotion.
Where are you? I know this is at the casino up there, but they have a hotel there. I don't know much about that casino. They have a hotel up there?
Yeah, it's Oak Grove Racing and Gaming Hotel. That's their full title. So they do have a hotel there. And they have a large ballroom, which we've been in several times. It's beautiful. I compare it to some of I mentioned before, I come from Connecticut, so I have some casinos that way. Oak Grove Gaming Hotel has a beautiful ballroom that matches any of those in terms of their boxing ballroom venues. It's just a perfect space, fits a lot of the fans inside. And obviously there's all sorts of things, merchandise. Of course, bourbon is available. So it's a great venue to come out for whether it's just a date night or you're spending a weekend. There's plenty to do there.
I know the last fight was in Tennessee, but this is in Kentucky, a different hoops, I guess, for each state to jump through to get everything approved?
Again, I mentioned commissions vary by state to state. I don't recall any, excessively challenging hoops or anything like that any difference. I mean, this card, we have a good relationship with Oak Grove, and they support us as well. They like the relationship. We each benefit from it, and so we work together to make sure that any of those hurdles that need to be jumped, we clear them.
Yeah, again, the one in Murfreesboro was so professionally done. You had the medical team there. You had judges. You had ex-boxers who were there helping out. So it was something else. And just to watch the reaction on my son's face when, we all watched MMA the last 5 to 7 years, but to see two guys in the ring just going at it, and it was the strategy, Derek, of, hitting, backing up, hitting, just everything that went together. And then one punch sends one guy down, and the crowd lost its mind, which made for a crazy fun evening, man.
Yeah, I mean, there's fighting and then there's boxing, and I think some people don't understand the full appreciation of that. These guys aren't there just to wing shots out of nowhere. There's a lot of calculation. The week before that fight, Eric Draper was doing his media workout, and he was explaining his rationale behind each punch and what he's trying to do with it. There's a science to boxing, which is why it's known as the sweet science. And you could go out there and wing punches, but you're not going to last very long. It's a measured balance of defense, offense, ring generalship, movement. A fighter who can master those things has a shot at success.
You're exactly right. People realize the first part of last century, the first 50 years, boxing and baseball were the two sports in the United States of America. And I see a slow turn back to getting back to boxing and seeing kind of a rebirth of that, which is really cool. All right, Derek, bourbon and boxing, Saturday night, Oak Grove Casino up in Kentucky. I hope it's a massive success. And, man, I appreciate your time, buddy.
Well, thank you for having us. Austin DeLay in the main event. He's a great young talent. He's had a lot of TV exposure, and he's looking to, really impress his fans and get himself back on track, back into those big fights.
Fantastic. Derek, we'll talk to you soon, brother. Thank you, man.
Okay, take care.
All right, bourbon and boxing Saturday night. Again, if you have not been, go to this. It's not savagery and nothing like. I mean, it was so well done and put together that we had an absolute blast that Saturday night down in Murfreesboro. All right, we'll come back, wrap up the show with celebrity birthdays. That's next. You're watching Mornings on Main Street. Welcome back to the show. Celebrity birthdays, sponsored by our friends at Donaldson Cafe and Catering. Today, barbecue chicken breast. Chef Kevin and Mark do a great job. Stop by and see our friends at Donaldson Cafe and Catering. Unsure where they are? Just Google it. 108 Donaldson Pike in the 54 building on the backside of it. Great food. All right, intern, you ready?
I am. Yes, let's do this.
We'll get some good birthdays. It's a practice round for you today. Celebrity birthdays.
Cool. I'll knock them out.
Play at home, too, friends, if you'd like to. All right, first birthday today is former guitar player for Kiss, Ace Frehley. How old is Ace Frehley today?
64.
71. You need to know your Kiss musicians.
Kiss me. They did that song, right?
Patrick Stump. Do you know who that is?
Don't make me say the pun.
He's
but I'm
Fall Out
stumped.
Boy.
I'm stumped.
Is he in Fall Out Boy?
I don't know. What did he do?
Patrick Stump.
He is 38.
It's 38 exactly.
Is he really?
Well done. Well done. Lizzo. How old is Lizzo today? I like Lizzo.
Me too. She's awesome.
She does not care what you think about her. That's fantastic. It's the way we should live our lives.
Absolutely. I agree. Let's go for her 29.
34. Getting it back. Let's see what else we got here. Singer Kate Pearson of the B-52s.
What'd she be singing?
She sings Love Shack, Baby Love Shack, Love Shack.
Cool. Let's do 59.
74. Actor Doug Sheehan. He was on Knots Landing. He played old Ben Gibson, I think. That was Val's husband, who lost his mind.
What movie was it?
Knots Landing, TV show in the 70s and 80s. Just answer
Okay,
the question.
sweet. Deductive reasoning. See what I'm doing there? Let's go 71.
73. That's 2 for you. Well done, man. Singer Sheena Easton. She sings, My baby, it takes the morning train. He works from 9 to 5 and then.
Sounds like a super new modern one. So I'm going to go 82.
63.
Okay.
63. Nice. Well done there. Let's see here. Drummer Patrick Hallahan of My Morning Jacket. Would you listen to that band? Isn't that one of those goofy bands that your generation listens to?
No, that and 3 Days Grace. No. I really have never heard of them. What?
My Morning Jacket?
Yeah, have you? You
Yes.
have not. Have you really?
Yeah.
I've only heard of Late Evening Gown.
Hey.
No one's even here for that one.
Real quick.
It's practice. You said it was practice.
I told you about comedy. There's only one rule of comedy, okay? Be funny.
Right. But, okay, you're right. I thought I was there.
Okay,
But,
My Morning Jacket, Jim Jane.
34.
44. Let's see here. One more. Actor William Moseley of the Chronicles of Narnia. He played one of the characters in that movie.
Which one of the brothers?
Yeah, one of them.
We have to go to this wardrobe and fight off this lion. Let's go. He's probably about.
Look, I got shoved in the closet as a kid. I never went to some magical land.
There's always that point. I have to say that same thing about the spider that bit Peter Parker. It's like if you get bit by a spider, you're probably not going to like it, but there's always that 0.0001% chance you could be Spider-Man.
That's right.
But for that person you said that I can't remember, let's do 44.
36. And finally, let's go with John Osborne and the brothers Osborne. I don't know which one he is. Is he one with the hat or the one without the hat? I do not know. But he's one of the brothers.
Need to know. Let's go like Osborne, like Ozzy.
No.
All right. Let's go 84.
How about 40? Good Lord, you missed that. I'm gonna take one away from you. You missed that.
I think I deserve that.
Twice his age there.
Yeah.
Also, other birthdays that people have passed away. Samuel Morse. What did he do?
So much. I mean, how could you go down the list? Ready? You say one, I'll say one.
You never heard of the Morse code?
Oh yeah.
That's what he did. Oh man.
I thought it was Morse. It's not. It's Morris.
It's Morse.
Like Zach Morris from Saved by the Bell.
You're so goofy. Get out of here. Go through door number 2 on the left. Hope that takes you to Narnia.
Me too. I'll see you.
Another one. All right. Thanks to our guest today. Again, you can find the show on demand. Just go to Main Street Nashville on YouTube. Click on Mornings on Main Street. All information's there for you. Really thankful for our guest today. Great show. And thank you guys for watching out there. Remember, make your way in the world today. Be kind, be nice, smile at people in traffic. Open doors for people. And remember this, my friends. Nobody ever went broke by giving. We'll see you tomorrow.